What's up, you guys? I'm Sid.
I'm Shel.
We are the Literary Sisters.
We are literally sisters.
I'm like, so, today we're going to talk about literary dads. We did a tribute to moms on Mother's Day. Today, we're going to talk about some dads in lit.
Yes.
So, if you like the idea, talk about the fatherhood in literature, go ahead and click that like button. Press that little subscribe button, the little red one.
The box.
Down there, somewhere. It's like over here or over there.
It's most likely over here.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right there.
Right here.
Click it. So just, viewers beware. Spoilers abound.
A lot.
Like a lot.
Of spoilers.
Because I tried to think of a father in a book without, like, giving, like, a massive spoiler. And the more I tried to think of it, the more my head started to hurt because I don't think that I could actually do that. Like, I don't think that talking about a dad, any character in literature, without talking about the fullness of that character,
Right.
without giving spoilers, is possible.
Right. Exactly my thoughts.
Okay, so if we're going to do a character analysis, there are going to be spoilers. So in advance, I'm sorry.
So sorry.
If there's a book that you want to read that we're about to talk about and you haven't yet read it, maybe go read it and then come back. Or don't be mad at us.
Why do you have to be so lying?
You just go read it and come back. You don't have to get mad. Like, don't, like, get pissed off at the comments. Just, like, stop watching. Save, you know what? Subscribe.
On the button.
Save it for later.
You can put it on your save it for later or watch later
To be
list.
viewed. We always talk about to be read, to be viewed. Go on ahead.
Yes.
Anyway, so many dads in literature
So many
we could
dads.
talk about.
I have so many dads in literature.
I thought I didn't have any, and then started writing them down, and I was like, shoot, that's
Oh.
well, I mean, like, American Royals, Harry Potter,
There's a
exponentially.
There's a
There's
lot
a lot of good
of
dads.
a lot of good
A
dads.
lot of good father figures. Oh, and, like, not even just dads, like, father figures.
Yes.
Again, I'm sorry for me, that always comes back to Harry Potter.
Dumbledore?
Sirius Black.
Oh,
Arthur
gosh.
Weasley.
Arthur
We talked
Weasley?
about Molly at Mother's Day, and that felt like
So
blatant
much.
favoritism.
So much favoritism when it comes to the Harry Potter world.
Sorry.
But
Alright.
there's like so many.
I was going to choose Scythe Faraday as a father figure from The Ark of the Scythe.
Yes.
By Neil Schusterman. But as I was writing my notes, I realized I didn't want to choose Scythe Faraday.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to talk about Gabriel. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I am ready. It's been 2 years. I'm ready.
It's still too soon for me.
I'm ready. I can handle it. I can handle it. I can.
So, if you've read the Throne of Glass series at all, you know this.
Kingdom of Ash was hard to read, and it took me a really long time to get over. We lost a lot of good men.
Don't do it. Because
I'm not going to cry.
If you do
I'm
it,
legitimately fine. Why are you crying?
I am crying because I'm still very emotionally connected to this.
Well, like I said, I'm ready to read it again. Like, it's time for a reread. Say what you want about Throne of Glass and Sarah J. Maas. This isn't that debate. Say your rants. You won't convince me to not love this book because I love this series. I just do. It's fantastically written. I love the world. I love the Fae. I
want to be a fae.
I want to be a Fae. Like, they make me want to be in a book. It's one of those good stories. Is it lacking in representation sometimes? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Whatever. I'm not going to ream her for the life that she leads or what she chooses to put in her books. If I want more representation, I'll go write a book. Coming one day soon.
If you want to see it, write it.
That being said, one of the things that I love most about the Throne of Glass series is the characters are so freaking raw. Like,
They're
everybody
raw.
is so honest and emotional and
real.
real, and I love it. Like,
Yeah.
nobody is trying, other than, like, you know, the whole first 2 books where Selena is not actually Selena. Other than that, everybody is so real and raw, and I love it. I just love my little Uncle Kitty Cat.
Uncle Kitty Cat.
As,
Uncle Meow Meow.
as Aelin calls him. And his long-suffering looks, you know, but my heart just broke when, in Queen of Shadows, everyone finds out who Adian's dad is, But then Gabriel finds out who his son is and that he has a son in Empire of Storms, and just the transition that he makes from I am my own person, I'm not connected to anybody, to I have a kid that I have to support and love, and I want to know who it is. Who is it? Tell me who it is. Where's my son? That transition is so fast. It was just like, I'm not a dad. I'm a dad.
And then it was that fast to where he clicked into fatherhood.
Yeah, and that's what I love about his character. What broke my heart was Adian's refusal to accept him as his father.
God, that was hard.
That was so hard.
So hard to read.
Like, okay, still honest and raw and all of that, but like
when he saw him and he found out and they both realized it, and all he did was walk away.
No, not just walk away. Walk away in anger.
In anger.
In anger. Simply because his mother never told his father that he existed to protect him. And he took it out on his dad, and that just...
That just broke my heart. That broke my heart.
The other thing that I love about Gabriel is that he was willing to legitimately and literally throw himself in front of the proverbial gun for his son multiple times. You see it on the page multiple times where he literally throws himself in front of a blade, literally throws himself in front of an arrow, literally will shift into his what is he, he's
a lion.
A lion. Shift into his lion form and attack people because, like, not my son, for lack of a better quote. It always comes back to Harry Potter.
It always comes back to Harry Potter.
But I just love that about him so much. And it's just that self-sacrifice. Now, that self-sacrifice is ultimately what ends up being his downfall. Just as a side note, the thing that gets me, leave the damn gate open for like 5 seconds.
Leave it open.
Let the man come back inside.
Leave it open.
He had literally fought him off. Let him turn around and run back inside. Why y'all shut the gate on him?
Leave the gate open.
But like the part that really got me though after that was that was the point when Adian was finally like, oh, I had a dad.
That was my dad.
Like, dude.
Adian. A little too late for that, man. Bruh.
A little too late. And that was the hard part, was that it was just a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Why I like Gabriel and how he reminds me of our lovely father. That theme of self-sacrifice, that willingness to give up everything and to give all. And that moment of, I'm a dad, that being the definition of who they are. And I think, for me, like, our dad is the exact same. Like, who he is as a father is who he is. Mm-hmm. With a big fat period on the end. The man has given up so much for us, even down to, like, the sacrifice of his man came so that my husband and I could bring our child into a place where she could get healthy again, because we had some stuff happen in our last apartment and it was affecting our child's health. And so my parents were like, no, come live with us. And my dad legitimately gave up his private space.
His whole man cave.
So that we could have a place to stay and so that our daughter could get healthy. And now that we are, he is like our biggest champion in helping us find a house and giving us all of these tips. And I mean, you're talking about a man who has legitimately taught every child in our family how to swim. But he's full of advice and sage wisdom. And just like, and that same quiet wisdom that Gabriel has, that's our dad. There are times when he's boisterous and loud and will talk and have fun and laugh so loud that you can hear him on the other side of the house or outside of the house.
Right, him and all of our uncles.
All the uncles have these big boisterous laughs.
Big, huge laughs.
The majority of my dad's personality is like watching and listening and then like dropping a wise bomb and walking away.
Yeah. And
just like Gabriel.
And being like a silent coach, you know?
Yeah. He's also a loud coach sometimes.
I'll get to that when I talk about my favorite literary dad,
but he's just supported us so much, and I just love watching him with my kid now and like watching him live his best life since he retired.
Yeah.
I'm slightly jealous of this life that he's leading, of like waking up late like a teenager and staying up till 2 o'clock.
My turn. There are so many, like we said before, there's so many literary dads who are good, solid, like father figures. Mm-hmm. And we recognize the blessing that it is to have a present father. I'm a self-proclaimed daddy's girl. My favorite literary dad is Maverick Carter from The Hate U Give.
Good old man.
Maverick started a family and he named his kids on purpose. And that's very similar to our dad. The reason why we were named the way we were named has
Sydney
and Shelby.
We'll put them right here so you can see
So
how
you
to
can see
spell
how
them.
to spell them correctly. Thank you. Very, very purposeful in how he named us. In The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, Maverick Carter names his kids on purpose. His first kid, his name is Seven. Seven is a biblical number because 7 was perfection when he was born. Second one was the first kid that he had with Lisa, his second wife, is Star. Star is the main character of the book. Star is perfect because she is the light of his life, right? Purposeful. And then you have Sakani, who's the baby brother, and Sakani actually means joy or laughter in Egyptian. Very purposeful for what he named them and very intentional on how he raised his kids. The same exact way that we were raised. Some people might say that our parents were strict.
Can't really argue.
Can't really argue with that because they were.
But they made 2 great kids.
2 great kids. And those standards that we were, but the fact that they had like solid principles and rules. We had solid principles and rules. Rule number 1, this is your sister.
You will love her.
You will love her. This is your sister. You will love her.
We heard that so many
much.
times. So many times.
This is your sister. You will love her no matter what. She's the only one you've got. You love her.
Yeah.
Also, the principle of, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I would go to my dad and be like, Dad, what should I do? I don't know. I'm in a pickle. And he would always say, I'm not going to tell you what to do in this situation.
You are witnessing youngest child privilege. This was not the life that I experienced.
Again, self-proclaimed daddy's girl. He knows it. I know it. He said, I'm not going to tell you. I know it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. And then also, he always told me to guard my heart.
Well, before you say the guard your heart part, because I did get that, but before you say the guard your heart part, I do want to say that that is my relationship with my dad now. Growing up, it was, and you see this in The Hate You Give as well.
Absolutely.
What I love about The Hate You Give was that it was like watching our life on the page. Like, it was just
Scary.
so eerily similar to how we were raised in the experiences that we had in high school, especially since Star is a black girl in a white school.
Right.
The looks that her dad would give her or that her mother would give her that would immediately have her being like,
She just gave her the look, and she didn't need to say nothing. No disciplinary action required.
no
just the
disciplinary,
look.
no disrespect allowed.
Nope. Just the
In
look.
a loving way.
Hey,
We love y'all.
It was just a loving way.
This is a very loving way.
But
But guard your heart, yeah, definitely.
and then the third thing that he would always tell me was to guard my heart, because that's like the softest part, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you let in flows out. So definitely guard your heart.
Yeah, and it was really cool how in The Hate You Give, that was basically Mav's whole purpose of telling Star not to get involved in anything
With Chris, yeah.
with Chris or with any of that, is just to guard her heart, because she doesn't know what she's exposing
Right.
herself to, and she doesn't know, like, she's still trying to figure out herself, and he's like, you need to watch yourself in this.
Right.
And that's one thing that Dad was always great of, is like, watch your own back.
Watch yourself.
Watch yourself. Be careful. Be careful with your decisions. Be careful with your heart and your mind.
Yeah.
And be careful what you expose yourself to. And
True.
she finds out the hard way that some things are just hard to deal with.
They are.
But on the flip side, he also, like, really supports her.
Oh, for sure. The relationship with Uncle Carlos and Maverick, like, with each other is complex and multi-layered, which is very accurate when it comes to the situations that they're in. But, I mean, even Uncle Carlos being raw and honest and simply just laying it out there with Star when she was having those tough conversations with him reminds me of raw and hard and tough conversations that I've had with Dad.
I literally had one with him yesterday. But like watching him go through this metamorphosis almost of dad to grandpa has been so beautiful and so cool, and y'all, their relationship. So, all of that to say, Dad, we love you. We love you, Daddy. We love you, Poppy.
I love you, Dad. Daddy. Dadders.
We appreciate you, and we're grateful for you. And I hope you have a fantastic Father's Day.
Fun.
Enjoy your kayak.
Enjoy your kayak.
So, if you have any literary dads that you are, that you love, that you're excited about, drop them in the comments. We're always looking for new books to read, adding to impossible TBR lists. Today we talked about literary dads.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead. Click the buttons. I don't know where they are.
Click the button down there.
Down there, click that button. Click the button. Click subscribe. Click the like. Click the button. Click the button.
Click that notification bell.